Behind this lid lies the secret to opening clams. They must be properly iced for at least an hour before they're to be opened, not submerged in water and ice, but sitting atop ice cubes or crushed ice. You also don't want to slam them around too much, just let them chill. Properly iced clams makes opening them so much easier. Good fresh clams should be closed fairly tight. If you have any that are open and don't close right away when you pick them up, throw them out. It's better to be safe than sorry. Although there are other implements you can use, a dedicated clam knife will definitely make the job easier and safer. If you're just opening a few, a clam knife from a grocery store or a fish market like this one will do just fine. Notice how the end is blunt, and although the blade is thin, it's not especially sharp. Some of the drawbacks of this type are they're not very flexible and the blade is quite wide. I prefer a thinner blade with a smaller tip and a good bit of flex. These knives, which were my grandmother's, take thin and flexible to the next level. Although they look pretty ratty, they're an absolute joy to work with. So this is your basic clam. It has two mirror image sides, or valves. The valves are connected by a hinge that's visible here. Inside there are abductor muscles on either side that, along with a hinge, allow the clam to open and close. These are what need to be cut in order to open the clam. Below the hinge, you'll notice where the valves meet is kind of irregular and wavy, while the rest of the juncture is fairly straight and even. Find where that straight line seems to open just a little bit more than anywhere else. It's usually in the same place on almost every clam, somewhere right about here. That's going to be the aim point for the blade of your clam knife. So let's get to it. With the knife in your right hand, grip the clam in the palm of your left. Lift the edge of the clam up so you can see that target area and place your blade right in it. With the fingers of your left hand, pull the blade down between the two valves. You should feel and hear when the knife severs the one abductor muscle. Now pull the knife back out so only the tip remains inside the clam. Then angle the blade up so it's in contact with the inside of the top valve. Work it around to the near side of the clam and you should feel and hear the severing of the second abductor. Now you can reach up and pinch the top shell between your knife and thumb and then rotate the shell away from you to tear the hinge. Next, with the tip of your knife, cut the far abductor free from the bottom valve, then sweep your knife around to cut the other one. One more little slice to loosen things across the top and you're finished. If done properly, the clam meat should be completely intact, and if you've held the clam horizontally, much of the delicious clam juice will still be in the shell. Here it is again. Locate the target point for your knife, insert the blade, draw the blade in with the fingers of your left hand to sever the abductor, pull the blade out so only the tip is left in the clam, run it along the top valve until you sever the second abductor, then rotate the top valve to tear the hinge. Cut both abductors from the bottom valve in one sweeping motion, then free the meat up by the hinge. Take your time. Slow, steady pressure and deliberate movements are the way to go. You know you've done it right if it looks like there's a bubble over top of the clam when you first open it. It's really key to make sure the clam is completely separated from the bottom valve so it can easily be slurped out. With a little practice, you should build up speed and proficiency and be able to open a dozen or so in no time. Whether you like them with cocktail sauce, just a little squeeze of lemon, or au naturel, quality fresh clams are a taste treat any time of the year. Enjoy.